Evening, everyone. Welcome to the show. You're watching Seeing the Unseen with Christopher LaPrath. My name's Kenan, his son, and the producer of the show. Now, for anyone who's out there joining us for the first time, be sure to say something in the chat so I know you're here. In fact, that's true of anyone who's out there watching who would like a reading. Now, the first time it's always free, but going forward after that, it's $10 per reading, or you can pay $100 and cover one card per month for the whole month, which is 3 shows per week, Monday, Wednesday, and Sunday, 6 p.m. Arizona time is when the show normally happens. Now, that all being said, I've got a quick thought before I turn it over to Christopher for the evening to do the readings, which has to do with the title of the show this evening. I'm grateful that I was able to come up with this one with some help of the world around me. And it's what actually inspired it was a quote from Herman Hesse that I'll share with you all here momentarily. But part of it is that home is within or nowhere at all. And that really hits. That says a lot. And that little piece of it found me this morning, and it's been on my mind all day. And well, here's the end of it. And this is after a fairly long discussion describing the wisdom of trees. So, the tree rustles in the evening. When we stand before our own childish thoughts. Trees have long thoughts, long breathing, restful, just as they have longer lives than ours. They are wiser than we are, as long as we do not listen to them. But when we have learned how to listen to trees, then the brevity and the quickness and the childlike hastiness of our thoughts achieve an incomparable joy. Whoever has learned how to listen to trees no longer wants to be anything except what they are. And that is home. That is happiness. And that was Herman Hesse. So thanks for listening. Here's Christopher. Enjoy the show.
Wow. Thank you, Kenan. That was really beautiful. He sent that to me and I posted it on Facebook. So if you all want a copy of it, you can just copy and paste it or share it with other people. But I like this incense to help you be home within. That search, everything that you need, you already have. It's just a matter of being able to look into maybe a hidden storage cabinet, a hidden basement where your gifts are even more so unfurled. So great blessings to you. The incense is lit in your honor to create right now, while we're here on this earth, the greatest that we can possibly be. Our souls are endowed with the ability to communicate with otherworldly beings, interdimensional beings, whatever you want to call them, people that have passed, angels, guides. We have that ability. And this whole show is designed around building belief in their existence. And every one of you, Lindsay, John, Marilyn, Abby, Rochelle, Marilyn, Pitts, every one of you have had some of these experiences. But do it more mindfully. So in other words, I really don't know a lot of my neighbors. I know a couple of them, but I really only see them if we just happened to be pulling out of the garages at the same time, or walking down the street at the same time. But I don't really know them because I haven't spent time with them. I haven't gone out and delivered cookies to their door or invited them over for a meal. So when you're in this realm and you have this ability to create, to communicate with these other realms and these other beings, take the time to do it and work on growing your belief in absolutely knowing there are these amazing beings there to help you. But it's inappropriate for them to help you if you don't ask for it. It's asking. It's communicating with them, because they're here to communicate with you and for you to be able to co-create with them to make anything possible, even what you viewed as impossible. 3 years ago, I couldn't imagine me doing anything like this. But it's been incredibly rewarding, not only for Kenan and I, but for all of you and for the people you've touched and the things that you've been able to share with other people and your gifts unfolding. That's why we're doing this. So are you willing to simply broaden your perception? If that takes going to the eye doctor and getting new glasses, do it. It's about corrective vision and letting go of Kenan, as Kenan quoted in that quote by Herman Hesse, childish thoughts. They may have served us when we were children, but they no longer serve us anymore. So that's the group card tonight, which is magical realms: belief, confidence, and co-creation. So these energies, they're vying for your attention. And so whatever it is you relate to, like Abby, you relate really to the ocean, right? You too, you as well, Marilyn. John, like, you take these amazing pictures of wildlife and mountain ranges, and all of you have specific gifts and specific desires, but this is communicating with the wind, with the sea, with the earth, with the sky, all of these energies, because you absolutely have the ability to create your own reality. And when things come up that are frustrating, notice your thoughts and let go of any childish thoughts or childish fears. It's like I've told this before, when Kenan was little, he was afraid of the street sweepers. And then now he realizes it was probably when he was laying on his side and he had his ears covered up. He was listening to that same kind of swishing sound the blood makes in your ears as the same kind of swishing sound that a street sweeper makes. It's leaving these childish fears that no longer serve you to your best and highest. And so that's what the incense is for. And for you to increase your communication with these higher beings. Okay, good. All right, my dear Marilyn Pitts, East Coast representing. So Marilyn, one of your gifts is dealing with elementals. So this spring, invest in planting flowers or having a specific area of your garden for elementals. Take out, Santa is really an elf, right? And how the adage about leaving Santa milk and cookies, it's actually making an offering. So whether it's cookies or whether, and you can look this up, right? What do fairies love? But it's a matter of honoring that energy or spending time more like with the flowers and what they do. And then the birds, they've often wondered why birds start chirping before sunrise, because they always thought, well, they're chirping because of sunrise, but they're actually chirping to wake up the flowers, to wake up the plants. And the plants, they found, respond to that. And there's something really powerful about you working more with the earth, with your garden, with simply just planting flowers for the purpose of communing with the elementals. Because there are some gifts there it's like when you get a gift from somebody, you honor that. And you turn your attention to that person and are grateful. And you're wanting to somehow return that love or that energy, and you're in such appreciation of that gift. That's why we offer these offerings to whether it's elementals or angels or guides, ancestors. You know, I lived in China. And I was extremely religious. Like, and I don't mean not, I mean, not, and not in a good way. So the homes there, they would have altars and they would have pictures of their ancestors there. And it was really common if you were invited in, you know, to see this altar to ancestors or to their gods, their whatever it was. And I remember walking in one day to this house, and they had the incense lit, and they had the fruit in front of the ancestor. And I looked at the incense, and the incense was going, it was rising and then going right into the picture. It was like, the guy was like, I was like, what is happening? Right now, with my very limited perception, I had completely other ideas about what that was. But now looking back on it, now that my perception's larger, I'm going, that is really amazing. So, and then they have noticed, for instance, when they do offer food to an ancestor or to a god or a entity, that food doesn't have any flavor after a few minutes. Like, you can even go taste it and there's no flavor. It's like the energy from it has been absorbed. It's really miraculous. So that's why it's important, Marilyn, for you to reach out. And I would really recommend everybody doing that. In fact, that's kind of inspired me. I bought these hibiscus plants, and Ken and I have been tending to them, and they're just really blooming and really beautiful. But just make a small offering, even if you leave little stones out there for them, right? Whatever comes to your mind, it's them communicating with you. Okay? This is belief in their existence and acting on the belief. Okay, Rochelle, here we go. Rochelle, this is grandmother energy. Okay, so it's a couple of things. Grandmother is definitely around you, and your grandmother, but it's also about grandmother. Um, it's like grandmother Earth. I'm looking for the words. Give me just a minute. It's like grandmother. It's like they're recognizing you as an old soul. And so, as an old soul, you've been there, done that. And so, when things feel a little bit deja vu, you go, no, 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 no. Been there, done that. Homie, no, not playing that game no more. I've already done this game. I already know the energy of this. Honor that energy. This is honoring the grandmother energy. It's this deep, deep connection to the earth and the entity of the earth. And this grounding. So John, he may be going back up to Wyoming to sell more land up there, and up in Wyoming, in that area, of course, there's all these hot springs. So there's something beneficial for you, Rochelle, in hot springs, mud baths, mud facials. It will help. Oh, even foot baths. You know those, I don't know what they're called, but they're like foot baths with electrolysis in them. It's about when we go through stressful times, it can actually develop toxins in our body. It's a matter of eliminating those. So hot springs, hot tub, not hot tub, but hot springs, mud baths, natural mud will help with that tremendously. Yeah, amazing, amazing information. Okay, my dear Marilyn and Abby. Oh. So Marilyn, I sent Abby a text last night about these balances. Take a look at that information I sent you and do some of the balances around that information. And then when you're doing these mantras or when you're doing the affirmations, stand on a pillow or stand on an uneven surface. Google or you can YouTube balance exercises, things to help you balance. And do some of those. And then, my dear Abby, it's the player card, player. When you were a kid and you were playing with the neighborhood kids and they wanted to play a game and you didn't want to play the game, you just said, no, I'm not going to play it, without, like, you didn't worry about hurting their feelings or you not being friends anymore. In fact, you probably even came up with a better game, knowing you, that everyone was even more excited about. This is are you willing to let go of the need to play with unenlightened people, with people that are caught in the matrix, I'll call it, like if you watch the movie The Matrix, it's that people that do not want to expand their perception. And it's not about them being wrong or bad, but just say no. I'm not going to play this game of interrogation, intimidation, poor me, going aloof. Oh, no, I ain't going to play that. Moving on, and leaving those people to continue to play their own game and finding people that want to play that game with them. But eventually, those people they will hit perhaps rock bottom. Maybe not even in this life, but it's allowing people to hit absolute rock bottom. Because only then can they then begin to pick themselves up by their bootstraps. Or then you can go in appropriately and help them, but allowing them to completely hit rock bottom. Without getting involved in their drama or being a codependent. So people learn codependency, right? It's and people anyone that's around you that is codependent. Nope. Let him go. Does it feel like play to me? Does it feel like fun to me? So everyone, Lindsay, Teresa, Austin, Tiffany, Kat, Jared, does this feel like fun? Does it feel like fun? Yeah, it kind of feels like fun. I went to this screening, Ken and I went to this screening Saturday night with Jeff, and it felt like fun, right? Sunday morning, Kenan went and did, it was a hoot. He went to this Desert Ridge Marriott, not too far from us, and one of the trainers was doing a, what do you call it, paddleboard?
Yeah, paddleboard fitness.
So it was called paddleboard fitness, where these boards are in the pool, and you have to get on the board and do all the exercises on the board while keeping your balance. It was a hoot. Somebody filmed it. We have to figure out how to post it on Facebook. It's on Kenan's Facebook. So if any of you friend Kenan Laprath on Facebook, you can watch the video. But it felt like fun. Okay, so Marilyn Pitts, Rochelle, everybody on the show, this feel like fun? Be the player. That opens the communication. That expands your field rather than contract your field and doing what other people want you to do or expect you to do. Or no, you're all about, every one of you on the show is about the expansion of your field. Woo! I feel that one. That was great. Okay. You go. Okay, and who's on next?
You get John.
All right, here we go, John. Here we go, John. Okay, so John, clean your house energetically. I think I gave you incense or sage. It's going to clean any stagnant energy from anyone that's come into the house. It's not yours, but it's like it's something to be mindful of. you don't just clean your house once a year, right? It's kind of a continually thing to physically clean your house. Wipe down the cabinets, mop the floor, sweep, whatever it is. Do this energetically. So Marilyn Pitts, Rochelle, Marilyn and Abby, Lindsay, Teresa, Austin, Tiffany, Kara, Kat and Jared, Lana and Edna, clean your house energetically. Anything and everything that is not serving you to your best and highest, out. Out now. In no uncertain terms. And then, John, you actually, 2 cards popped up. This is getting back into your photography. And, John is a phenomenal wedding photographer. I'm just saying that for anybody on the show. And you know who you are. So this is this is clearing away energy that's kind of been dumped in your house or in your field. And you know what I'm talking about, this auric field. And being up in the mountains, it's where you thrive. But I really do, John, see you creating this major business around photography. And I just think Wyoming is such an incredible place for you to be able to do that. It's like a soul calling. So get out of your head, go with your soul and what feels fun, what feels adventure, like what feels something you've never done before. Go with that. Go with that. Okay. Hey, Lindsay. Oh. Lindsay. Anywhere, Lindsay, where anyone has been non-compassionate with you, or anywhere where you've learned to be non-compassionate with yourself. Here we go. Are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all of that? This is absolute more compassion on and with yourself. And anything where you're non-compassionate, that is simply an unlearned behavior that was never you, because you are extremely compassionate. It's letting go of anywhere where you've been taught because there was non-compassion showed to you when you were little. This is you letting go of that, right? Those childish thoughts, those childish ways. And again, it was just simply a learned behavior that you learned to survive, thinking that that's how relationships need to be, or this is complete returning to complete compassion.
John says he's going to Africa in 2025 on safari.
Okay, so John, you're going to Africa in 2025? Yeah. Pictures, John, pictures. Move this into a business. But Lindsay, this is this compassion for you. And one of the exercises is just placing your hand on your heart and just saying, I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. That's going to clear away. You'll feel like a completely different person in the next day or two. Hey, Teresa. Happy Monday. Achiever. Forget about the how. Forget about it. Forget about the how. It's when people get stuck in the how that it contracts the energy of the universe. I knew when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I was going to go to China. I always had this draw to China. Now, how I was going to get there, not a clue. Northern Idaho, northwestern Montana raised. There was only the white race in the town we lived in. I'd never seen a different person of color till I was in my teens. Anyway, my point is I knew, but I didn't know how. So this is trust your knowing. Be free of getting caught up in the details of how. This is the Achiever card. That it comes with ease, it comes with practice, but this is your guides honoring the work that you've done, the practice that you put in, the rehearsing, the exercise, the preparation. Big payoff. Big payoff. But it's more than just money. It's about this time to devote to your spiritual growth, which then catches on like it's like wildfire, where it helps so many other people. Okay, and then
Yeah, so then it's Austin.
hey Austin. So Chariot. This is, you got to move it, move it. This is moving. It is, but it's like a physical move. But you're also, you're needing to get away for a few days, a couple of weeks. So and you'll be directed as to where to go. And you're beginning to feel, and I'm going to talk with every one of you on the show. You're beginning to feel energies of places when things feel heavy or they feel off. You know, it's like you're swimming in a kind of a cold pool, and then all of a sudden there's a warm spot, and you're thinking, I'm going to get out of this pool now. It's like, it's your sensitivity to energies. Please pay attention to that. Be free of going to, and I'm just gonna, you know what, you can all do this, whether you take this advice or not. I do not go to cemeteries, mortuaries. I'm really even actually careful of churches, because a lot of churches, they kind of are a dumping ground for kind of some really negative energies, and sometimes that church isn't really aware of it. But it's like really paying attention to where you're going, and even in the woods, like there can be some really low energy places.
Austin says he might be going to Colombia.
Okay, so you're going to Colombia. Not the university.
Or the district.
Or the District of Columbia, Kenan says. But anyway, so this is where you want to, especially if you're going into an area like that, really, really pay attention. Is there somewhere else you can go besides Columbia? I'll just give you that advice. But you're needing to go to a place that is of high energy. Okay. All right, Tiff, here we go. Yeah, you know what, Tiffany? You're getting stronger and stronger physically and spiritually. Now, in order to help you let go even better, exercise, stretching, that's all great. But you're needing some body work to help you move. So whether it's massage or acupuncture, Reiki, no, not necessarily Reiki, but it's actually like body massage or acupuncture, anything to do with the physical body. It's taking some restorative time. So you know how you go to the gym and then the next day you're really sore and then you have to wait for 2 or 3 days because your muscles rip and then they repair, but then they build from that. Anyway, that's where you have this strength, but you're needing more recuperative or recovery time. And this is not just from physical, it's like mental and emotional. So maybe you should get a hold of Austin and kind of plan a trip. Austin, I don't get a good feeling about Colombia. I'm sorry. But for you, Tiffany, this is like going to the halls of higher education. I don't know what this means. It's like Harvard, or it's funny because we were talking about Columbia University or England. What's the university in Europe, in England?
Oxford.
Oxford. There's something about you seeing yourself in those places, or knowing that that's really your calling. You know what? This is why your tie-in with higher education is so important for you. Your guides, a lot of your guides are from these higher realms, but they've also been here on Earth in some of these universities. They were some of the highest teachers on the planet. They're gathering around you, and I don't know why. But they see you as a cohort. Wow. All right, Kat and Jared, here we go. All right, so Jared, excuse me. When you have seership ability, with great gifts comes great responsibility. Christ had authority, and I don't know how else to say this, but over lower entities and demons and that type of thing. This is you being John Wayne toilet paper. And I think all of you have heard this expression. John Wayne toilet paper don't take the crap off of nobody. Okay? This is you. If you have this seership, when you have this seership, it's about not entertaining those energies and getting them out in no uncertain terms, instantly and immediately. Yes, you may be labeled as a badass. So be it. This is claiming your authority and to go, this is inappropriate. You do not belong here. Get out now. And in many times, that's allowing people to hit rock bottom. And they need to hit rock bottom. But also, it's with other entities that may be around or that wander in or that you pass through. And so, Kat, please, everyone, I'm not saying church is bad. I never say that. But sometimes the buildings that the churches are in are not good. So I spent almost a year looking for a place to buy. And Lana, John, you're in real estate. You know what I'm talking about. You can walk onto a piece of land. You can walk into a house and go, no. My friend signed a year lease without checking with me years ago. And the woman had died. She was a hoarder. And they didn't find her body for like a week. She was literally buried under her stuff in the back bedroom. And immediately when she came back and told me, I went, oh my God. I didn't have to see the place. I knew that somebody had died there. And so there's this low energy, low vibration. In no uncertain terms, ghosts are not entertaining people. I don't watch Ghostbusters. I don't watch, well, Ghostbusters, the movie I kind of like. But I mean Ghost Hunters, right? Or any of I can't. It's like, no, I'm not entertained by that. It's not fun for me to see someone at a lower vibration. That's where you move in and you go, you have not made progress here. Move on. Go to where you make progress. Leave now, never return. Oh, got kind of on a soapbox on that one. I'm sorry. I apologize if I got on a soapbox, but yeah. So, Kat, you've had this before. Comes up again. Illumination. Universe, show me what's really going on here. Show me now. Show me with clarity. Easily and comfortably. Because when you say, universe, show me now, it can be sometimes like the sun in your eyes. Like, okay. Yeah, I get it. You're giving me what I asked for, but I'm a little blinded by it right now. Universe, show me now, easily and comfortably, what it is that I need to see. In appropriation or in an appropriate way for your physical body to handle it. Show me what I'm not seeing. Universe, show me what I'm not seeing. Especially around judgment. And you're safe, you're safe, you're safe, you're safe. The church I belong to practiced abandonment. So if you left the church, they would never talk to you again. They practiced abandonment. Well, here's the thing with the psyche. The brain or the body or the mind would rather die than be abandoned. Thus, many religions use abandonment. If you don't follow the rules precisely, you will be abandoned. You will go to hell. Whatever it is, this fear. This is like seeing through that. Okay. Okay, then we've got Lana. Hey, Lanny. All right. Aspiration. This is leaving behind a legacy. So when you look at these monuments, the Statue of Liberty, whatever those monuments are on this card, this is leaving behind or building something for those that come after us. So they're showing me cuneiform tablets, right? Many ancient civilizations wrote on rock, stone. This is getting back to your music. And actually, Lana, composing music or writing a song. You're going to start getting downloads of music that you've never heard before, or tunes. It's like literally just picking up a guitar or a piano. Well, you're not picking up a piano, but sitting at a piano and like composing. Write it down. Write it down. Matt and Mark can help you put words to it. But it's like a family legacy for your children, great-grandchildren, great-great-great-grandchildren. Okay, who's next?
Yeah, so next you've got Edna.
Hey, Danny. Thanks for being here. Sorry I missed your call the other night. I did call you back, but you were walking the dogs. And chatting with the neighbors, which is great, which is perfect. It's what the show started off with, is getting to know your neighbors, but neighbors in the interdimensional and otherworldly and spiritual realms. I love it. Okay, so go buy some spandex, girl. Get your cheerleading outfit sewn. This is the SUCCESS. That's the way you spell success. So I love it that you're toward the end of the program, because this all travels up and down, and to share this with success. This is taking account of your successes, how successful you have been. And anywhere where you feel that you're not successful, flush that for that never to return, for that never to back up into your sewer systems ever again. It's gone, it's done. You've done the best that you can. You've been on the path, but you went through these, when you think about a marathon runner or a short distance runner, an athlete of any kind, every day they're training, they're training, they're training. Was all of that training worth it? Yeah, it was worth it. All of these things we've been through in our lives, the people that we've lost, the ins and outs, like it's like Kenan. I will send you what Kenan read at the beginning of the show because I think that's really profound for you. It's about you living in this beautiful, beautiful place, and you commune with the trees. This is the success. These are things the planet's lining up for you. Know that that's coming. Okay? Vulcan 3. Shannon, right?
Yeah, it's a new person.
Shannon, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Everybody welcome Shannon.
She was just searching for tarot stuff.
Awesome. So, Shannon, the program is designed to give you like a brief reading. And then you can communicate or send me a text message or friend me on.
It's a he, sorry.
Oh, Shannon? Okay.
Irish.
Shannon, that's okay. It's okay. So this is you. If you want to instant message me or send me a text, you can do that. Just friend me on Facebook. It's Christopher Lewis Laprath, and then you and I can send instant messaging back and forth. So this death card does not mean your death. Okay, so I'll just get this clear right up. Death is about big change coming for you. Death is an important card. We've all died kind of many times. Death is like big changes. And you're going to be safe, you're going to be fine through these big changes. But it's also being free of blaming yourself in any way, shape, or form for anyone's literal death. That's going to actually help lift your soul. Or being free of and also this is the psychic. There's a lot to this card, Shannon. This is a psychic ability also. And you do definitely want to smudge your house, the place that you live, your car, and tell any souls that are around you to move on. They haven't made progress. Tell them to move on to where they can make progress. Tell them to move on. But it's also your ability is increasing and to welcome your gifts that are unfolding. But first of all, get some sage, clean your house or where you live energetically. And then are you willing to let go of any shame, blame, guilt? And this isn't even necessarily in this lifetime, but in previous lifetimes where you have any blame around perceiving you caused the death of someone. Okay.
Yeah. And then he said, yeah, he always loved spiritual.
Yeah, so it's really important for you to clean your place. Like in no uncertain terms. So I was talking to Jared about this earlier. The seer card was like, in no uncertain terms, you put on your cop outfit, you don't mess around. your military uniform. It's like, get them out of there. They don't belong there. And then my dear Ashley, anywhere, Ashley, that you have believed that it works out for other people, but not for yourself, are you willing to release, clear, destroy, and uncreate all of that BS right now? That's something that you picked up as a child that you thought was a precious stone because your family put value on that or used that as an excuse. Well, it works out better for other people than it does for us. Those are lucky people. Those are rich people. Those are what? It was not a gem. It was a petrified turd you picked up. It absolutely has no value. And so this is shifting your trust. Shifting your trust from what you were taught and that perception into a brand new perception. Look at this card. Look at the beauty of it. Look at the colors of it. Look how that makes you feel. Take a picture of this if you can. This is absolutely the sky opening up for you, the angels singing, the trust. You know, sometimes I tell people, hey, listen, you know, rely on your father. He's extremely wealthy. And they're like, what? My father's not wealthy. I wasn't raised wealthy. Well, that's not the father I was talking about. And they get it, like, oh, okay, I got it. The universe is abundant. Tune into the universe. Trust that. Move out of that petrified turd stuff, okay? All right. I love you all very, very much. Shannon, thank you for being here, for joining us tonight. And I'm psychic. Hold on. I feel like we're going to do this again Wednesday night at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I love you. Have a great night.